Good morning, everybody. This is Chris Edge with Double Edge Real Estate here today, and I am with Carol Mortensen from Integrity First
First funding.
Lending. What's going on in the market interest rate wise right now since this has all hit?
It's still a good time if you are looking at maybe wanting to purchase, at this time, it's still a good time. Even like refinancing, it may cost you a little bit extra because right now our rate sheets are showing that you're going to have to buy your rates. So it's going to be a little bit different, and the rates are still low, but you're going to have to buy the rate.
So it's just going to cost you a little bit more.
That is correct.
So at the end of the day, lenders are still lending, sellers are still selling, buyers are still buying.
Correct.
Okay, so I see a lot of, there's a lot of panic and uncertainty out there, and for good cause. But at the end of the day, it's still a great market. On my side, I am still out showing houses. There are houses that are still closing every day, going under contract every day. We've still got buyers making phone calls going, we want to buy a house. So on my side, it's still looking good. On your side, being the lender, money is still available. It just might be a little tighter than normal, but for the most part, everything is still good.
Yeah, that is correct. There is, because of the market where it is right at this moment, there is some overlays that we're having to deal with. Debt ratios are lower. They're wanting to have reserves in your account. Most of them are 6 months reserves. So that's kind of and you've got to have an AUS approval. So there's a bunch of different things that are changing. And so what I see that may change on the seller side is you might be seeing a little bit more concessions being asked for to try and help the borrowers, because they're going to have to save their money for these reserves.
So lower debt ratios, pay off your stuff, higher reserves, and they may need some more help from the sellers if the sellers want to sell their house just because because of those two things right there.
That is correct. Yeah, credit scores are basically also anything under basically a 640. Both my lenders are saying no. I do have a few other lenders that may do it, but it's going to have to be approved. Like an approved eligible, you're going to actually, I think you're going to have the same overlays wherever we go.
So going from one lender to another, I mean, anything and this has mostly affected your FHA and your VA, is that right?
FHA, VA, USDA, Utah Housing, anything that's like, government.
Okay, so your conventional borrowers who are putting a higher percentage down, which what is the conventional threshold right now? Is it 10%, 20? It used to be 20%.
20% is no MI. You can get down as low as paying. There's like a 1%, but and we have actually a 5%. There's a 3% also down.
There's still plenty of options out there. How about the investor market while we're on the subject?
They're protecting their money for sure. They are making sure there's extra overlays on top where we were getting rid of all the overlays. We didn't have any. So there's, like I said, it's the DTI. We've got to make sure that we have BOEs are being done several times, like right before your docs go out, right before you fund, they're redoing it again to make sure you haven't lost your job. So there's a lot of different things that are happening on a day-to-day basis that are changing, and we just have to roll with it and realize that it's just because of what's happening in our market at this time, and everybody be patient with everybody because we're all in it together.
How about the investors who are your fix and flip investors who are still borrowing money or not, non-owner occupied?
I have one right now that I'm trying to do right now. They are wanting basically 700 credit scores They're wanting 6 months reserves for every property, and they want unapproved. So it's pretty tight right this very second.
Okay, but still doable.
Still doable. Yep, still doable.
Profile, but anyway, everybody, I hope this helps a little bit. Stay tuned in. We will keep you updated on a daily basis if need be. If anything drastic changes, we'll let you know. But
Yep.
so I appreciate everybody tuning in. This is Chris Edge with Double Edge Real Estate and Carol Mortensen, First Integrity. And I did it backwards again, didn't I?
Integrity First Lending.